Welcome to our channel. I'm Thiru, and thank you for tuning in. If you're passionate about self-improvement, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on more insightful audiobooks. In this journey, you'll learn how to step into your personal power, take control of your life, and become the best version of yourself. Let's dive into each of the key lessons Jen teaches us, with real-life examples to show how they work in action. Chapter 1. You are the only one who can change your life. You are the only one who can change your life. That's the first and most empowering idea in this book. When you realize that you hold the power to shape your future, everything shifts. No one else is coming to rescue you. The changes you seek are in your hands. Example 1. Imagine Sarah, stuck in a soul-sucking job. She hated every day, but always thought someone else would step in to make things better. Then one day, she realized that she was the only one who could change her situation. She quit the job and started her own business, doing what she loved. She took control, and it paid off. Example 2. Then there's Dave, who spent years waiting for the right time to move to a new city, thinking it would magically fall into place. But nothing happened. Finally, he took responsibility for his life. He sold his stuff, booked a one-way ticket, and started fresh. Now, he's thriving in a city he loves, and it all started with the realization that the only person who could make the change was him. Chapter 2. Get out of your comfort zone. Growth happens when you step outside your comfort zone. Sure, it's scary, but it's also the only way to reach your potential. Fear and doubt are normal, but they shouldn't stop you from going after what you want. Example 1. Jen shares her own story here. She had been working at a job that wasn't fulfilling her, but it felt safe. She had fears of failing and not being able to make it, but she decided to quit her job and pursue her passion for writing. Sure, it was terrifying, but it's how she ended up writing books like this one. Example 2. Let's look at Rachel, who dreamed of becoming a yoga instructor but was terrified of teaching in front of people. She took the leap, signed up for a course, and after a few awkward first classes, she found her confidence. Now, Rachel leads classes she loves, all because she faced her fears and embraced the unknown. Chapter 3. Change your beliefs and thoughts. Your beliefs are your reality. If you believe you're not good enough, or that you can't have what you want, you're creating those limitations. It's time to change those negative thoughts and replace them with beliefs that empower you. Example 1. Take Mark, who used to believe he could never make a good living as an artist. He was stuck in a job he hated because he thought success as an artist was only for a select few. One day, he shifted his belief. He began to invest time in his art, and over time, he found a thriving community of people who supported his work. Now, he's a full-time artist. Example 2. Amy had always told herself, "I'm terrible with money." She kept getting into debt and couldn't understand why. But when she changed her belief to, "I can manage my money," everything shifted. She began budgeting, reading financial books, and tracking her spending. Over time, she was able to pay off her debt and save money. Chapter 4. The power of self-love. Self-love isn't just about feeling good about yourself. It's the foundation for everything else. When you love and accept yourself, you send out positive energy into the world. And guess what? The world responds in kind. Example 1. Jen talks about how she struggled with self-worth, constantly criticizing herself. But when she started practicing self-love, everything started to change. She was able to take risks and believe in her abilities, which led her to success. Example 2. Take the story of Brian, who always felt like he wasn't good enough for a successful relationship. He believed he had to be perfect to be loved. But once he started accepting himself and loving who he was, he became more confident. He attracted a partner who loved him for exactly who he was. Chapter 5. The Law of Attraction. The law of attraction is simple, like attracts like. If you focus on what you want rather than what you don't want, you will start to see more of what you desire in your life. Example 1. Samantha had always dreamed of living in a beautiful home. She used to say, "I'll never afford a place like that." But when she switched her thinking to, "I am worthy of living in a home like that," things began to change. She got a promotion, and soon she was able to purchase the home she had always envisioned. Example 2. Mike had been frustrated with his career and thought he'd never find the right job. He shifted his focus, visualizing himself in a position that aligned with his passions. He applied for new roles with confidence and eventually landed a dream job at a company he admired. Chapter 6. Taking Action. You can visualize and dream all you want, but nothing happens until you take action. Small steps, even imperfect ones, lead you closer to your goals. Example 1. Jen shares the story of how she wrote her first book. She didn't know how to write a best-selling book, but she started. Every day, she made progress, even when she doubted herself. And eventually, You Are a Badass became a huge success. Example 2. Let's look at Jordan. He wanted to get fit, but always felt like he didn't have time. One day, he decided to take action, even if it was just a 15-minute workout. Those small steps added up, and now he's in the best shape of his life. Chapter 7. Surround yourself with positive people. Your environment plays a huge role in your success. If you're surrounded by negative people who don't believe in your dreams, it will be much harder to achieve them. You need to find a community that lifts you up. Example 1. Jen talks about how she made a conscious decision to distance herself from negative influences in her life. She started connecting with people who inspired and supported her, and that made a huge difference in her mindset and growth. Example 2. Consider Laura, who was always told her dreams were unrealistic. But when she surrounded herself with a group of like-minded, ambitious women, their support gave her the courage to start her own business. Today, she's running a thriving company. And there you have it. Some of the key principles from You Are a Badass. Remember, the power to change your life is in your hands. Whether it's taking action, changing your mindset, or surrounding yourself with the right people, you have everything you need to create the life you desire. Keep pushing forward, and always remember, you are a badass. Thanks for listening, and if you found this summary helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe. Stay tuned for more insightful audiobooks to help you on your self-improvement journey.